Hola amigos, hola amigas, Dorian here from Hooverlux. Welcome, bienvenido, croeso, assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel. Howdy y'all, and g'day mate. How are you all today? I hope you're really well. Now I have an exclusive today. Now the reason why I call this a YouTube UK exclusive is because I have searched the YouTube. I haven't searched any other forms of recording or groups or anything at all, just on YouTube, and I cannot find a UK version of this vacuum cleaner at all. They're all American. There are loads of YouTube videos on it, but I have not found one that is in the UK. Now I guess these are kind of rare here in the UK, but I just simply can't find a video on it. I've seen videos on newer versions, but not of this specific vacuum cleaner on YouTube in the UK on demonstrations or anything. So, without further ado, what is my UK YouTube first? And it is this. Ta-da! This is a Rainbow SE, and it is a British version. It's not an import that needs a transformer or step down or anything. This is a UK sold Rainbow SE vacuum cleaner. Now, this doesn't use a bag, so it's bagless, but it doesn't stop there. This vacuum cleaner uses a filter, and its filter is water, just plain old tap water. Now you may be wondering, how on earth does this work? Well, to be honest, I had to go through a couple of how-to videos on it, and the owner, I'm not the owner of this vacuum cleaner, this has been lent to me for a few months until I see him again, and he didn't want to do a video on it, so he was like, well, you do it. You do all the videos and the demos and everything on it. I'll be more than happy. So I was like, fantastic, let's do it. So this is a rather unusual vacuum cleaner here for the UK. It is, like I said, the Rainbow SE. Right, I don't even know where to begin with this, to be honest. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move you guys just a little bit closer, and we'll take a better look at this Rainbow SE. So I've just popped on the table two other vacuum cleaners, canisters, that you can see the kind of like comparison of size. First of all, this is my HVR 200 that I completely refurbed recently. So you can see the size of that compared to the Rainbow. It's a little bit skinnier than this, but it is taller. Now, the other one, which is very similar, because this is also a British-American made vacuum cleaner, is this, which is my Filter Queen. Let me just take off the hose. So these are American made vacuum cleaners. This one is the limited edition Filter Queen, and so you can see again it's a little bit shorter than the Rainbow. It has a smaller footprint because this has rather large feet on it with the wheels, whereas this one is more inside the body, so it is more slimmer, a bit smaller. Tank and everything, that's around about the same size. Now this one doesn't use bags either, it uses a paper cone, so this one is due for a refurb video that I'll be doing very soon. So we just move it out of the way and we'll concentrate on the Rainbow. So it looks very 80s, I think, personally, with this kind of mock metal kind of design on it, all in plastic. We've got a dusting brush, natural bristles, very, very soft. That's a very nice dusting brush. Reminds me of the older Electrolux ones. Then we have a upholstery tool with a removable brush part on it. Now that just slides on. Very nice. Then we have this kind of like hard floor tool, again in natural bristles, and it's got castellations on the side and also 4 throughout the length of it, so it'd be nice to test that. Give that a go. Unfortunately it didn't have its crevice tool, so this is off a pneumatic, but it fits in there just fine, and it fits onto the hose just fine as well. Excuse me. Now we move on to the main part of the vacuum cleaner. That side twists in, so you can remove the cord all in one go, like so. And your tools fit on top on this like bracket part. There is an on and off switch at the top, that's all there is. On and off. There is a thing here at the side. I don't know what this is for. I wonder. I really don't know what that's for. I didn't see anybody on a video demonstrate what this is. Anyway, somebody will tell me. Now, nice long cord on it. Bit shorter than the American ones, I think. I think they've shortened the cord for the UK market. So, right. Each side we have 2 clips, which we undo, and this releases the top part, which comes off like so. And what we are left with is the base, the wheels, and the tank. Now, this uses water as its filter. So you take out the tank, and there we go. That is it. That is a bowl. That is what is used as its filter. Incredible. Caution: fill pan with water to top of post only. Do not tip or store unit on water basin. So inside here there's a plastic lug sticking out, and it says fill pan with water to the top of the post only. So you fill it up as far as that little nugget on the inside, and that is it. That's as far as you fill it. And here we have the plastic base, 4 wheels on it. Very, very similar, to be honest. I have to say, these wheels, I thought they would have been more like the Filter Queen fancy, but they're just very, very similar to these pneumatic wheels on it, I have to say. Plastic wheels. So that is the base that moves around. The tank then fits on top of that, inside, with water in it, like so. Now, this is where the magic happens. I am trying to work out exactly how this works. So let's have a look at the model sticker. This is the Rainbow model D4S, manufactured by Rexair, including Cadillac, Inc., Cadillac, Michigan, USA. US patent number, blah blah blah, registered trademark of Rexair. It is 3.7 amps, so it's got the American version on it here. So it doesn't say how many watts it is, it's just got the amps. And with the motorized head, because it's got a motorized head that I'll show you in a minute, that increases it to 4.3 amps. So 3.7 amps. This is very rough, but I've kind of worked it out that 1 amp is kind of 100 watts of UK power. It's not scientific, it's not 100%, but that's how I work it out in my head. So this is 3.7 amps, so it's about, say, 400 watts. This is round about a 400 watt vacuum cleaner, and with the power nozzle it increases it to about 450 watts of power. Now, what happens is the air gets sucked in through this. This is the motor. This is how it spins around. Let me plug it in. If you check out VacLab has done loads of videos on this, so I hope you're watching, because I've watched your videos when you did your whole house clean and your other demonstrations on using this one, on this rainbow, so this is what's kind of like inspired me to do it. So if I switch it on, you will be able to tell me how this works. This thing kind of spins around, causes some kind of vortex, and the air gets pushed through the water and then out, and anything, all the dirt and bits and stuff, gets trapped inside the water bowl. And yeah, that is my Hooverlux version of how it works. It's magic. So this spins around at a very high velocity. Now this belongs to Ben. This belongs to Ben of Beta Bar Ben. So go and check out his channel. He's got a couple of videos on there. He's a bit of an enthusiast of vacuums. He's bought this, he cleaned it up, and he very kindly lent it to me to do some demonstrations on it. So I'm really, really happy. Thank you so much, Ben, for letting me use this. He will do a video on it when he gets it back, but he was more than willing for me to do the initial video on it and the showing you guys this lovely vacuum cleaner. Now, I've also watched other videos as well, especially VacLab, because he did a particle count on one where he put it in a room, in a sealed room, and I don't have that particle count meter. It's not fantastic. It doesn't have fantastic filtration on it. It's not going to capture everything that's in the air and magically put it into the water, and then you know, it doesn't do that. It will leak particles into the air. It's not 100% filtration. It's not HEPA by any standards, but it is a really weird concept vacuum cleaner for me that uses water as a filter. Chris Parker, hi Chris, how are you? Now he's got one of these, not this type, it's much newer. He's got one of these with a water filter. Like I said, it's much newer. It's not this Rainbow SE old version. I'm trying to work out exactly how old this is. I know it's possibly from the 90s, but I can't work out how to get the date on it. Anyway, somebody will tell me. Probably VacLab will tell me this. So anyway, so let's put that to one side. When you want to use it, imagine we've put some water in there. You then fit this on top, like so. And it clips underneath there, lifts up, clips underneath there, and then that holds this onto the base. Alright, so let's switch it on. It's got a very nice wind down, and it's quite powerful actually. Now what makes this suction on its own, doing the carpets and everything, is not amazing. What makes this really special is this. Ta-da! A big ass American power head. Now this is the Rainbow Power Nozzle SE. Let's have a look. This is in, I don't know, it says Rainbow Punta de Potencia Modelo PN-1, manufacturado por Rexa Inc., Cadillac, Michigan, USA, 150 watts. So this has got watts on it, so this is a 150 watt power head. Very, very similar to my TriStar, my TriStar Ace. Very, very similar to that. Let's flick it over and let's have a look. I'm going to bring you guys really close and we're going to have a good look at this power head. Okay, so I brought you now on top of the bench so you can take a look at this. Oops, there we go. So this has a wooden brush roll 2 rows of bristles. Now I know that on VacLab he had the power head where it was a beta bar and a bristle, and a beta bar and a bristle, and he changed the bristles on his, he changed the beta bars on his, so these can be taken out. I'm sure they can, by the looks of them they're just plastic strips. So unlike Kirby's where you have to buy the whole brush roll, this looks like that you can just buy either the brush strips or replacement beta bars. These bristles are really soft. They would be better if it did have a beta bar or it had stiffer bristles, because that is just, I think that's just a bit too soft. Really nice that it has a central suction entrance into it, and these chevron designs then will suck the, so it's got even air distribution throughout the head, which will go up through the center channel, which I think is really good. It's got these little floaty brushes here on either side, but nothing else. So I guess this possibly would scatter quite a lot on hard floors with like some particles, but we'll try that. And there we go. Again, very 80s in, it looks very 80s in design even though it's 90s. It has there's a button here which is a reset button, and here I believe is the power head button. But it's nice, it's quite big, and that is what makes this so good, is having the electric power head. Most of the canisters in the USA do have electric power heads, and I think that makes such a big difference with the canister. It really increases performance. So let's move on to the hose. Lovely quality hose on it. Really thick, strong, flexible enough. That's the end that goes into the vacuum with its 2-prong power, with its 2-prong plug, which that is identical to the one that I have on my TriStar Ace. Here we have the handle. Now the handle is very good. This is where I think it's an improvement on my, compared to my one, is that, if I can get it in the right position, this is the trigger handle, and the trigger handle has a trigger, and that is what turns it on and off. So if you're vacuuming along, you don't even have to push a button to turn the brush head off. You can just release the trigger and the brush head will stop spinning. I think that's the way anyway, but that's how we switch the brush roll on and off. I can't remember exactly, I'll show it now. I only had a brief go of it yesterday. So there we go. Got a really nice trigger on it. It's really quite comfortable to hold. The negative thing I find with this, just like my TriStar Ace, is that it has a swivel action that does nothing. So when you pull the handle back, this handle, as you can see here, swivels from side to side. It doesn't do anything to adjust the actual head, so it's not going to help it to turn left, it's not going to help it to turn right, and sometimes I find that a bit of a hassle. Where it comes into its own, let me put the handle on it just for you to see. Just put it in. There we go. So let's imagine that you, hang on, I need to turn off the autofocus lock, hang on, there we go. So let's just imagine that you are vacuuming and you're doing, because you can fit quite under low items on this. So say for example you're going under the bed and you want to go deep under the bed, you can twist the handle to one side, this will go flat, and then the handle won't get in the way of the bed. So you could twist it round, and then it would literally go right under something really deep, really under your queen size bed or your super king size bed here in the UK, and the handle won't get in the way. So that is a really good feature, is that when you're using it, it can be a bit of a pain because you're twisting your hand to sort of like go turn right, turn left, and it doesn't do it. So that is the power head. Very, very nice indeed. So let me get you back onto the, well, my tripod's broken, I have to admit, so I've got you balancing on top of my DC01 dish still. So thank you, George, you have just provided me with a Dyson, the first Dyson dish still camera stand. Okay, so I got you back on the bench. Let me put the tools back into place. This one is upholstery tool. That one is the floor tool, that fits in like that. That one is the carpet tool. What? Dusting brush. Right. Right, okay. This is too complicated for me. It's too complicated for us Brits. There we go. And voila. So, we got the tools back on. Let's release the catches on each side of the rainbow. Lift off the body. Take out the tank. And let's give it a go. So I filled the tank up with water to just underneath that little point inside. And gently put it on. You've got to make sure that you don't tip this vacuum cleaner. Now I'm going to pop the lid on. There we go. Clip on the sides securely. And what I'm going to do when I do my demonstration, I have got my little Polaroid cube, and I'm going to put the Polaroid cube there. I don't know how good it's effective it's going to be, but I'm going to film the water turning around as I vacuum, so you'll be able to see this at the end of the video. I will put it on, hopefully. Because transferring files onto the iPhone then to make the video is a bit of a pain in the derriere. So I will endeavour to put this footage on at the very end. I'll get it on somehow anyway. So let's switch it on. Right, let's get you guys a bit closer and take a look. Okay, so I've got you on the bench at the very bottom. There you can see the water tank. Let's switch it on. So there you will see where the air comes into the vacuum, which points down directly into the water. And as you can see, the water there is pretty clear. I'll switch it on again. So I'm not going to put any additional dirt down on the floor, because I'm going to put it down on the floor and we'll try it here in the studio. But I'm not going to put any additional dirt down. I am just going to just vacuum as normal. Okay, so we're all set up. I've got the little camera there positioned on the foot. I'm now going to plug in the hose and the electric socket, like so. Then on the handle I connect the electric socket into it. It's a bit loose, but it'll fit on. Right, let's give it a go. I can't remember with the trigger, but we'll find out. Okay, so to make the power head work, you have to pull the trigger, and that's what makes it work. Then anything after that, then it'll stop, so you could do your hard floors, I guess. So let me get the little camera going. Okay, so that's on. Let's give it a go. Just be careful when you're pulling it along. Well, that was really nice. It's not the most powerful of vacuum cleaners. It does pretty good job of grooming this carpet. Not much better on the posh carpet there, the thick carpet. But the bristles on it are too soft. It would be better with stiffer bristles on it on the floor head. But I love the way that you can just pull the trigger and then just sort of like vacuum with it. That makes it really good. But yes, what we're going to do is now we're going to give it a go inside. Just going to do downstairs. Okay, so we're here in the kitchen. I'm just going to do a vacuum of the downstairs using this. So I've got it plugged in over here. I'm going to switch on the little Polaroid camera, action camera that I have there, and we will give this a go. Now what I like about this is that you can pull the trigger to actually activate the floor head, and because the bristles are so soft, I'm not precious about the floor, this laminate flooring. It's fine. So it's done a really good job. I did the rug over there. Underneath here, underneath this cupboard here, it was very good. I could get right down low inside there. It's done a good job of the mats, and it's picked up some of the loose debris that was on the floor. I was able to vacuum that rubber back mat without any issues, because normally vacuums stick to it, but because it hasn't got super suction on it, it didn't stick to it, so I was able to vacuum that really well. So what we're going to do now is carry on with the rest of the room. Okay, so I have finished cleaning downstairs. I have disconnected the hose and the power. Let's take a look at the tank. That's disgusting. Let me take it out of its caddy. Oh my god, look at that. That's incredible. Let me move the base out of there. Wow. I didn't expect that. That is just soup. I think it's safe to assume that this thing is a very good vacuum cleaner. Look at it's picked up. I mean, to be honest, you pick up any bit of dirt, it's going to look really, really manky. So seeing it in this format, in a puddle of water, definitely brings it home. But yeah, lift it back up again. Let's have a look at the underneath of this. Oops. So there is some water there. You unscrew this and take this off so you can clean this if it gets a bit manky. But all in all, it's not sopping wet. Let's put it back. Right, I think I need to go and tip this away. Okay, so we need to give this a good clean out. I just popped the tank back in the base, but I haven't cleaned it out yet. And there we go. That is the first demo of the Rainbow SE using the water filter here in the UK with a specific UK model. So I hope you've enjoyed that. This is just the first of a couple of videos I'm going to be doing with the Rainbow. There is some cleanup on it. We're going to take a look at the head. There's something stuck or partially melted on this. It looks like cement that someone scraped off, but I need to take the rest of this off and we will give it all a polish and a really, really good clean. I mean, Ben's done a really good job on it, on cleaning it up compared to when he first got it, because it did stink, he said. But yeah, we will see if we can improve it a little bit more. So there we go, that is my UK first exclusive video of the Rainbow SE. If I can be proved wrong, then I will stand corrected, but I could not find one on YouTube at all in this model. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all for the next episode. And you'll be seeing this because I'm putting this video in for today, so you're not going to see this now until towards the end of July for the other videos, but I wanted to put this in today. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye y'all. Okay, so that's on. Let's give it a go. trigger to actually activate the floor head. And because the bristles are so soft, I'm not precious about the floor. This laminate flooring, it's fine. So it's done a really good job. I did the rug over there. Underneath here, underneath this cupboard here, it was very good. I could get right down low inside there. It's done a good job of the mats, and it's picked up some of the loose debris that was on the floor. I was able to vacuum that rubber back mat without any issues, because normally vacuums stick to it, but because it hasn't got super suction on it, it didn't stick to it, so I was able to vacuum that really well. So what we're going to do now is carry on with the rest of the room. I'm not going to go out, I'm just going to be 2 seconds while I do this, and then I'll go into the... Come on, look. Come on, Zach, look.